Good morning and welcome back to the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. My name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you joining us this morning for the show. Hope you liked yesterday's show. We sat down with local real estate broker Melanie Coker-Murr to talk about a lot of the real estate statistics in and around the parish. Of course, 2005 homes sold last year in 2019, a new record for homes sold in a year. So if you didn't get a chance to catch that, you can always look at it at www.livingstonparishnews.com/podcast. Now, my name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Again, thanks for joining us. Let's jump into it. Your traffic this morning, not as bad as yesterday, looking at intermittent delays between O'Neill Lane and Pete's Highway. So kind of that, oh, look, I'm going to get, stop. Oh, I'm going to get, stop. But then once you get past O'Neill, relatively clear, minor delays at the 10-12 split if you're heading into Baton Rouge. Of course, there are delays in and around the high schools, especially Walker, Denham, and Live Oak, as those folks get dropped off for school. Also, some minor delays at 4-H Club Road, River Road, and 190. Relatively clear, especially compared to yesterday. A lot of people trying to stay off the interstate yesterday. Today, looking a little bit better. Minor delays on 64 heading into Central, especially if you take a left on Greenville Springs. It's currently 46 degrees. It is cold out there. However, we are getting into a warming trend. By the end of the day, you're looking at a high of 73 and an overnight low of 62. So it's going to be warm, actually, for the next couple of days. Very much staying in that 70, low 60s. Let's try this again. Very much staying in those mid 70s to low 60s and fluctuating between those two in between now and next Monday. So not going to be as cold as it has been. Kind of a strange warm pattern here at the beginning of January, but it will get cold starting next Tuesday. We'll get some showers. Yesterday, John White, the superintendent of Louisiana schools, announced he was resigning. That will take effect March 31st. In the meantime, the Bessie board will be looking for a replacement. Of course, the whole board was replaced here in this last election cycle. Kind of came as a surprise to some people. A lot of folks thought that board was going to kind of be John White's board to do what he wanted to do. But it looks like maybe in initial conversations, they weren't going to get along. So Mr. John White has resigned. Bessie board will be looking for a replacement. If you're wondering what the Bessie board is, that is the Board of Elementary and Secondary Education. Richard Schwartz has announced his candidacy for the First Circuit Court of Appeals. Mr. Will Crane, who had been in the seat, won the race to be a justice, a Louisiana Supreme Court justice. So there will be an election this spring to replace him. There is also Ms. Beth Wolf of Albany has announced her candidacy as well. Coming up tonight, we do have a parish council meeting. Always fun, tons of fun. This will be the first one of 2020. This will not, however, feature the two new councilmen. There is one meeting to feature the previous 9. They will select a president and that sort of thing. Those two, the two new folks in District 8 and District 6 will be sworn in this Sunday. So be on the lookout for that. We will be there. Also, there is a swearing in tomorrow. I want to go ahead and bring it up today. Judge Brian Abels, well, he's not a judge yet. He's getting sworn in Friday at 3 p.m. If you know Brian or are interested in that, he will have his swearing in ceremony tomorrow. But again, they will be selecting a new president or a board chairman, as well as a co-chairman. A lot of things on the agenda. It's going to be kind of interesting. Ordinance Committee will meet first. They're going to be discussing some changes and improvements or proposed improvements to the flood inspection ordinance that is currently on the books at the parish. There's some initial tensions going on there. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to pan out. There will be I'll be there at the ordinance committee to kind of see what they discuss. But they're looking to change who does the post-disaster flood inspections, what their requirements are, that sort of thing. Not entirely sure how deep or how far it goes just yet. Haven't seen the language of the ordinance, but that's just one of the things on the agenda. Several approvals from the Livingston Parish Planning Commission are coming up. As well as the discussion about if it was about plats and, basically being able to put mobile homes on lots that are meant for homes. So there will be a discussion surrounding the ordinance that is, if you submit a preliminary plat for a subdivision, and once it is accepted, that's it. You know, they're not going to grant waivers. They're not going to allow extra subdivisions of those lots. It's just once that plat is submitted and accepted by the parish council, that's it. You know, the party's over. So they're looking to kind of curb being able, you know, for people coming to request waivers to be able to put, you know, mobile homes or trailers on lots that were meant for homes outside of maybe if they're constructing their own home. They'll look into that later. So a couple of things on the agenda that are looking like they might be a little firecrackery. We're going to see Ordinance Committee will set the tone for the night. And, of course, they begin that meeting at 5. Again, we will be out there checking that out. Big announcement, if you're into such a thing, Raising Cane's announced today that they will be giving out free coleslaw in honor of Coach Ed Ogeron, who apparently likes the coleslaw. Most people had the immediate opinion that the coleslaw was the worst part of the meal. I don't know. I happen to like it sometimes. I happen to not like it other times. It just depends on my mood. But I know a lot of people don't like the coleslaw. But they're giving away a bunch of free coleslaw today at Cane's. That will last all day until they when they open until they close. It's also should be noted that if you're looking to get Raising Cane's the night of the national championship, you need to do so before 7 p.m. as they will be closing all of their Raising Cane's locations to let their employees go home and watch the national championship. So keep an eye on that. There's a great feature written by Mr. Rob Newman about Reeves Blankenship. If you don't know who Reeves is, Reeves used to play for Springfield. He now plays for Louisiana Tech. A lot of success happening in Tech, especially in the football program. Won their bowl game this year, have won several bowl games in a row. Reeves, a very focused young man, moving through college very well. Please, I recommend you check that feature out. www.livingstonparishnews.com/sports. A couple of games happened last night. Live Oak boys soccer kind of got the district slate going with a 5-0 blowout over Broadmoor. So congratulations to the Eagles. Both the girls and boys Springfield basketball teams topped Central Private. Not so much a game in the girls, 56-27. Springfield girls won. However, boys game came down to the wire, but the boys pulled it out, snapping a couple game skid that they were having 61-60. The Livingston Parish Library also recently announced that their Comic-Con is set for February 15th. The library tries to offer a local version of the event, which happens in New Orleans, or part of their tour, their yearly tour, ends up in New Orleans, roughly in January, February. Tries to offer a more local option, also a more affordable option. Comic-Con gets more and more expensive every year. So the library will be offering their own Comic-Con. It'll be Saturday, February 15th. And so, again, be on the lookout for that. That'll conclude the show today. Let's jump back into your traffic real quick as a reminder. Minor delays on I-12 heading westbound starting at O'Neill. Much of those sort of intermittent. I'm going to stop. That goes up until O'Neill, as mentioned. It's kind of backed up to Pete's Highway. However, once you get past O'Neill, relatively clear until the 10-12 split. Minor delays at 4H Club Road, River Road, and 190. Also minor delays on 64 heading into Central. Remember, it's 46 degrees, but we are going to see a warming trend beginning this afternoon. The high today is 73, low overnight of 62. I'm going to be looking at those mid-70s down to the low 60s for the next few days through Monday. Expect some showers on Monday to bring the temperature back down. One last time, my name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you joining us this morning for the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. Hope you enjoyed the show yesterday. We are going to have a slew of guests coming on the show over the next couple of weeks. Got a lot of things going on. We're also going to be having more podcasts rolling out. We had kind of slacked off over the holiday, going to get back on that horse. Please remember that you can find the news on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. You can also find us online. We are once a week in print on Thursdays. We also have an app to go with our online edition. Thanks for joining us this morning. Hope you have a great day, and we will be back with you tomorrow to discuss any potential fireworks that happened at the Parish Council this evening and anything else that might have come up between now and tomorrow. Have a great day.